Just when it looks like we are close to a deal in one form or another resignation. How damaging is Jo Johnson's departure?
I think it's very damaging. I'm surprised it didn't come sooner, because we had 2 or 3 people leave straight after the Chequers announcement. That was a disaster of a plan. Now she seems to have ditched her Chequers plan, but has come up with something even worse, because the EU keeps throwing obstacles in the way, the backstop to the backstop. And it seems that she's sold out the DUP. And she's told them one thing, that there won't be any border down the Irish Sea, but she seems to have made a different arrangement with Monsieur Barnier in the EU. So, of course, the DUP is very, very unhappy about this. I think Jo Johnson's done the right thing to resign, and I would expect some more. I'm very surprised that she's held on for this long, but the question is, how much longer can she survive? Not much longer, I don't think.
Well, in the meantime, as we've been hearing, calls for a second referendum, they do appear to be growing. What are you so scared of?
Well, the people have already voted to leave. These people who want a second referendum, they call it a people's vote. But we've already had a people's vote. The people's vote was on the 23rd of June 2016. 17.4 million people voted to leave, and it was clear we're going to leave the EU, the single market and the customs union. If they go back and have a second referendum, overturn the democratic will of the British people, that is not just going to damage Brexit, it's going to irrevocably damage our democracy as well. And that is something that we cannot simply do.
But in the meantime, though, Eurosceptics and Remain MPs, as we heard from Polly there, alike, they're promising to vote down May's deal. So...
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think that whatever way you look at it, whichever way you slice it, she's not going to get enough votes to get her deal through Parliament unless she makes it so soft that the Labour Party votes with her. And I suspect that may be what she's doing, because she seems to have been reaching out to the Labour Party, behind the scenes and in her rhetoric over the last couple of months. I really worry that that's her plan. But if she makes it so soft that we stay in the customs union, we stay in the single market, that is not Brexit. And the people that voted to leave are going to feel very, very betrayed by that.
But in the meantime, then, would the EU really give us a better deal than the one they're offering at the moment?
If Mrs May was a good negotiator, which she's not, if we had someone like Nigel Farage, for example, who would be a fantastic negotiator, who would have said, look, let's be adults, we want a Canada plus kind of free trade agreement where we have tariff-free trade in goods and services and capital that's mutually beneficial to us in the UK and the EU. Take it or leave it. If you want it, that's going to be good for you. If you don't want it, we'll go out on WTO rules. We can trade with countries around the world. We can control our borders, we get our fishing grounds back, and you don't get any money from us either. If she went in with that at the starting point, we would have had a good deal already. But she hasn't, and we haven't, unfortunately.
And David, the final question. The worst case scenario would be crashing out in March with no deal. Business say that we're simply not ready. Can you foresee that? That
is not a bad situation. That is not the worst deal. If we come out on WTO rules, that's not crashing out. That's the wrong language. The only people that say that are the people who want to throw obstacles in the way of Brexit and eventually take us back in. Look, we need to come out. People want our independence back. People want to control our borders. We want to bring immigration down. The fishermen want their fishing waters back. The people in the military, Veterans for Britain and other groups, do not want to give away control of our armed forces. So coming out with no deal is not really a no deal. We're going on to WTO rules. We take back our seat in the World Trade Organization, and we will be a fully independent country prospering once again.